Okay, so hi. I am actually planning on doing an unpackaging of what was sent to me by Unicole Unicron. Um, it she actually sent this to me. It was called the Pay Attention Survey, and I answered 9 out of, well, I think it was about 10 questions. I answered 9 out of 10 correctly. And she still sent me a package even though I didn't get it 100% right. So I actually am really happy about that. And I'm not a complete member of the Unicult. I actually just heavily follow it. And I heavily follow her and, Christina Martine and Jeremy Garner. I absolutely love all of their videos on YouTube. I am saddened to say that I wasn't, I'm poor. So, of course I wasn't able to, support her as well as I would have preferred, especially when I did reach out to her for some advice and she just was there and she gave me advice and we had a full ass conversation about, what I can do to better my life and, where I'm at in the current situation and how I, it was just amazing that she did reach out. And this happened several occasions actually. That occasion and then another occasion, which I can't really remember, but I did reach out to her and she replied, almost immediately, and I thought that was great. I thought that was amazing. So I did, when I found the Unicult, this religion, I actually wrote down in my journal, and I actually documented a lot of it and how I felt about it. Let's see. So I just, for the first, it was March 25th, 2016, and she had been doing this long before that, but this is when I found it, so about 2 years ago. I found a new religion. It's called Unicultism. I was watching True Life. I created a new religion. A woman named Unicole Unicron made a Unicult that revolves around joy for all and being in a state of near constant joy. It is really interesting and loose. And even after all these years, she's still all about it, which is awesome. And then I went on to say, I'm still in the midst of reading about it, so I'll tell you more later. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, that's about my relationship. Okay, and then on March 27th, learn more about Unicult today and watch some of Unicole's videos about Unicults. There's a lot of Unicults. Unicult's views on reality, good and evil, and the power of prayer. I feel very at home when indulging in this practice because I feel that's what it's meant to do. Give you a warm, fuzzy feeling of belonging and love and peace because there is no dark side other than the word cult is in the name. But see, that's social reality speaking. Media puts out stereotypes on things like this, saying that we all, they all wear black robes, they all sacrifice things, they're all worshiping Satan, blah, blah, blah. And we blindly follow. I don't know what I meant by that. Another great thing about Unicult is that you can be a Buddhist, a Christian, a pagan, and a member of the Unicult. You can be whatever you want. That's your truth, and that's what they encourage. Unicult encourages you to dive into your personal reality and your truth, and no matter what anyone says, it doesn't affect your world because you can only share your reality. You can't force somebody else to see things like you. I feel like I kind of drawn on that. I was kind of rambling at that point. I don't know if that makes sense. And about good and evil, all that is good is everything. All that is bad is nothing. All that is good is light. All that is bad is dark. In other words, good is when the decisions you make not only benefit you, but all. Evil is when you only think about benefiting yourself. So if we make the decision to wake up in the morning, which benefits all because you have an unfulfilled purpose, and meditate or pray or whatever ritual you practice, it's benefiting all while it does you good as well. You are sending out love vibrations when you do this. You are sending out calm and clear vibrations. And Mother Earth feels that. The people who are around you feel that. One last thing that stood out to me was that Unicole encourages creation. Art of any kind. When you get deep into Unicultism, you don't have to, They say that God, who is female, created us, but perhaps was not conscious of it. Like a painter, with every brushstroke, it is possible that we are creating our own little conscious beings, because God is also inside us, so we always will have that power. I just thought it was beautifully put together. I seriously admire Unicole. Yeah, so I mean, there's like plenty of things on Unicole's channel that pretty much, like, I just watched a bunch of her videos and kind of just put it on the page, all the things that stood out to me, and I seriously still admire Unicole. Like, and then March 28th, watched even more of Unicole's videos, and I so badly want to be a member. It is such a good, pure thing to be a part of. I'm gonna start going to Camp Church. I miss Camp Church. Like, oh my god, Unicole, bring it back, please. It was my favorite. I loved that. If it's free as well. And that's one of the things I totally understand. Like, you know, putting a lot of effort into it and not a lot of people joining the Patreon and stuff like that. You can't do things like that for free, so I totally understand. But like, if I could, if I was like a millionaire, I would seriously just give Unicole all of my money so she could do Camp Church again, because I loved that so much. I loved like sitting there, watching, taking down notes, and reminding myself of all of these things. I thought it was a very beautiful, beautiful thing, and especially when people can gather, you know, because there's not a lot of churches. There's, you know, regular, what you call it, like Catholic churches, there's Christian, Mormon, whatever, what have you, and especially the fact that, like, I am kind of like a loner, so all of these things that I am interested in, not really like any of my friends, the few friends that I have, are interested in that kind of thing, and it saddens me, you know. So when there was Camp Church, I loved it. I loved being a part of that, because it's like this collective kind of like being all together feeling. So I don't know, whatever. Just saying. Please do it again. I loved it so much. Okay, and then after watching one of her videos about unconditional love and radical acceptance, I started to notice every single time when I would think hateful thoughts or judge or gossip. It's hard to do when you're so bitter before with all of these people. Now, growing up, like, all of my family, everybody in my family were just very, very negative people. So I'm pretty much negative. It's like, it's just second nature to me. It's really hard to keep a positive, you know, face or a positive attitude throughout the day for me. I try really hard, but, you know, there's times it's like ebb and flow, which I'm sure Unicole touched down on. Okay, and then, I'm sorry, I just want to read all this just to, I don't know why. A bit of rapport with all these people. Now when I start cleansing my thoughts, will my friends find me boring or on a high horse? And that's pretty much touching base on the fact that none of my friends were, like, pretty much on the same frequency as me. They kind of, you know, like, I don't know, like, I always felt that, you know, being around these negative people, knowing them, feeling comfortable with them, and not wanting to make new friends because I have social anxiety. You know, I just didn't want people to be like, oh my god, she's talking about being happy again. Like, let's just talk about being sad, because that's what makes me happy. Like, I feel like that's how my friends and my family took it. Whenever I was being positive, they just took it as I was being annoying. Unfortunately, the only way I can successfully cleanse my thoughts is to avoid these people. I've just got to try my best for now. I just thought it was amazing how quick it was for me to keep this at the back of my head all day. I must do things all out of love. Yeah, so like all of like after pretty much, I think there was actually another part too. But also in this sorry, oh my gosh, 10 minutes into the video I'm still talking about it. Haven't even unpackaged it yet. I'm so excited about it, by the way. But no, I have this, and this is actually like kind of like my like truth Bible, I guess. I don't know what to call it, but it pretty much has a bunch of, you know, like quotes in it, and like just my positivity. This is my positivity book, right? And I actually have, let's see, where is it? Where is it? I'm so excited to show you. Okay, so I actually copied, there was a video, I forgot what it was called, but I know Unicole was in the pool, and she was actually showing things from her notebook on like doodles and stuff like that, and I'll show you that right now. And then also on this side, that's my Cam Church notes, and okay, so I don't know if you can see that. I'm a terrible webcam, but this was the same doodle that Unicole had made, and I just wanted to remind myself of it. And these were my Cam Church notes. It's probably all backwards, so I don't know if you can read backwards, but I can't. Anyway, so I did that for a little bit too, and also the abandonment one. I actually suffer with, you know, abandonment issues and stuff like that. So that actually really touched me, her video on abandonment. But yeah, like I have several pages in here. Cam Church. But I have several pages on here where it's like very inspired, and you know, I don't know. I just wanted to show you my appreciation for Unicult and how it's helped me in the past before, and I just so much appreciation for it. And the fact that, like, even though I'm not a member and I got a freaking free package from Unicole makes my heart, like, oh, my heart. Okay, so I'm gonna open it now. For someone, like, look how pretty! This is so cute. Okay. So it's all wrapped up in tissue paper. I'm so excited to find out what this is. Okay, this is what it looks like. It's a shirt. I'm so excited. Yes, honey. Oh my gosh. Unicole, I love you so much. I'm gonna wear this all the time. I freaking love it. I freaking love it. I'm so happy. Thank you so much, Unicole. This means like the world to me. It's really like, okay. Yeah, and like honestly, I've been wanting to do this for like, I've been wanting to get like a shirt and like broadcast it to the world and show everybody everything. But of course, I've been poor, quite poor. But now I can, and I'll keep this in mind. And also, when I do become rich and famous, you know, belief makes real. So, yeah, so when I do, definitely, Unicole, you have all of my support, and I love the fact that you are here and you have just your purpose in life is to spread love and joy and happiness, and to spread it through other people so people can spread it to other people. And I'm just really happy. I'm really happy. So yeah, I guess that's the end of it. Thank you so much, Unicole. This means a lot to me. Yeah, I hope you have a great night.